Hello everyone. I hope you can all hear me well. That everything is going fine. Because as usual, as you remember, yeah, shouldn't go again. As usual, not there's at least one surprise with each show that I am doing. This one I should be doing with my buddy Andy, but unfortunately he was not able to make it. Well, hopefully he will join us in the middle, but if not, that doesn't. Yeah, it's bad, but you still have me, so you still get some cool information. Yeah, so hopefully that's the only surprise today, because even when I like surprises a lot, I don't like too many surprises and too many technical difficulties. So yeah, this is it. That was actually one funny thing, because I was driving here to this metaverse parcel in my car, but there was some glitch in the systems. I had to reboot it, and now the car is on the parking place. You can actually maybe see over there in the distance there are a couple of cars. So let's see if we will have time. If we do, then I will grab one and show it to you, because the car is actually NFT, and we are in the metaverse that's comprised by a lot of NFTs, as we talk. So actually, you can see around me. Can maybe even take it for a little walk. So for this green line here, it shows you that this is a parcel. Uh, where we were, there's also another parcel. You can see the number here. There's over 5,000 parcels, like a little bit over. And you get to build on these parcels, building like sticks, as a Rubik's Cube, or My Studio, or well, basically whatever you like. There are some limitations on the size and how many different things you can put them. So it's not too heavy for people with weaker computers. But in general, you can do whatever you like with these parcels. They are quite costly because if you look at it, we can check OpenSea and see how much these parcels cost. But it's I can tell you right now that it's quite a lot. Uh, and the prices actually keep growing. And I don't know if you have experience with other metaverses. This is just one. There's many more. So as you can see here, let's click in OpenSea on virtual worlds, and you can see the Decentraland parcels. These ones are parcels from Sandbox. They are currently at zero point 0.4 ETH1, but of course it depends on location. In Decentraland, I'm not looking too close there, but they are using their own token mana, but you can see this parcel is for 1.5 ETH. And Somnium Space, it has a much lower number of parcels than these other words. Let's see if we can clear this. Oh yeah, it's it's very stubborn in that way. Yeah. So for example here, you can see a small parcel that's big like this one when on which we are. So it's quite small, and this one is for 1.5. But like this parcel is actually like very close to the city center. So it's much more expensive. I was paying for this one 7 ETH, and I actually think that the price is probably higher than that, because well, this one, as you can see on the small map over here, city center is like on this side, and this is like quite far, maybe like 5 minutes of walking time or something like that. And everyone that spawns in the world spawns in the city center. So if you need to walk there, or you need to own the car to drive there, or something like that. So different metaverses have different conditions like this. And some over there in the mist, you can actually see island. and parcels of the on that islands are for like over 20 ETH in general. So for yeah, it's a really top property. Metakovan has his own galleries there. So for yeah, it's quite high price neighborhood. Yeah, so that's one thing. That's NFT. That's this parcel, and you can do cool things like, for example, this podcast, and you can make a gallery there. You can make uh, all sorts of the different things. Like for example, for this one, the Rubik's cube, I think it is a gallery. Actually, it's my neighbor, and I haven't checked it recently, so it might change the content. So far we can check it out. Yeah, automatic doors, and yeah, you can see some art over here being displayed. You have a wonderful view around yourself. You can take a sit. You can do different sorts of exhibitions and all sorts of things. And so you pay a lot in like upfront cost, but then Somnium Space guarantees you that you are able to do your stuff, uh, do your content, meet with people, and everything is taken care of. So yeah, it's the cost is quite high, but also the benefits are quite high as well. And as you can see, the graphic of this metaverse is quite high, comparing it to other places like CryptoVoxels and for Decentraland and so on. But they have their own advantages. For example, for or it's just my opinion. So far, I don't want to start any flame war, but Decentraland, it's one of the and the CryptoVoxels, those are the one of the first ones. So they have quite bigger communities, and yeah. Maybe if a good idea to actually jump into, for example, the CryptoVoxels that I personally like the idea. It's like I look at it as this like CryptoPunks of the CryptoPunks of the metaverses. Let's actually do it here in the like normal browser because we will need a little bit interactions there. So you can see the map. It's it looks well not like real place. It looks a little bit more punk-ish, and you can see that the whole design is in voxel graphic. Voxel means that those are like pixels, 3D pixels. Yeah. So 3D pixel is a voxel, and you can see all the models are in the from these voxels. Actually, for other different type of arts or metaverses that use this concept. It's quite easy to navigate. You can use Shift to go around. You can use F to fly, and I figured that one out. Yeah, yeah. So I can fly around. It's really more like computer place than a real place or copy of a real place. Where Somnium, what I like in Somnium is that it focuses on immersion. So you really oh, I have Andy here maybe. Yeah, hi Andy. Hi Andy.
Hey, now.
Hello.
Hey,
Sorry,
man.
sorry.
This
Something
this was a
happened.
mess. Yeah, this was a mess for me. The Zoom thing.
Ah, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't know. But you are here now, and yeah. So you didn't miss much. Like me blabbering around about Somnium Space and know about CryptoVoxels. Now you are here, so that's great. Yeah. Well, as I
Yeah,
said.
I was watching you, but I was like, okay, so I'm here in the, but I can't talk. I can't.
Oh, no, I missed missed your audio.
Oh, Okay, can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
me better
it's
now?
yeah, yeah, it's good now. It's good now.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Well then,
sorry. Yeah, we should probably prepare it a little bit sooner. Usually like expect yeah some things like people to understand things that are not really understandable from what I say. So sorry about that.
no, it's okay. It's no problem. I think as long as the audio is better. But yeah, you continue your point of view, what you were talking about, and then I'll chime in and be with you.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so I was on in CryptoVoxels where you could see that the environment is really quite basic. You get to use just these big cubes for designing stuff. Here you can see that we have a really nice graphic in Somnium Space, and it's just a different take on the metaverse. Where in CryptoVoxelos, you don't, at least I think it doesn't have like VR with the headset and so on. It's quite basic in that way, but it was here sooner. It has quite good community around it, and it's just a very smooth experience, and it has a lot of features already. In Somnium Space, it's more about the immersion in Decentraland. Again, the graphic is different. It has different pros and cons and so on.
Yeah, totally, indeed. I mean, the, NFTs I think are taking such a wild turn in the way that it's becoming much more than only art itself. It's kind of becoming some kind of culture at this point, and we're kind of creating this world and these different metaverses that just it's like the beginning of a huge story that hasn't been told.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think maybe at this point we could look at the different types of NFTs that can be used maybe in these metaverses. So you can actually see
Yep.
my avatar over here, and there are many more stuff.
And I apologize, my avatar's not here, but I had a kind of interesting hiccup with technology, so that's part of the fun, right?
Yeah, me too. I got 3 times crashed before I got.
Okay, so it wasn't bad, just my bad day. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
So we also have this parcel here, um, where we do the show, which is an NFT in itself, which is digital land, and accrues value, and the position of the parcel as well has gives it a certain value, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I was actually showing that one parcel of the similar size costs like
Hmm.
1.5 in the other side of the map, but this was valued at 7.
Yep. And so also we're getting super interesting NFTs like music. It's coming out. I'm seeing a lot more of it this past few months, as well as I mean the cars. We're having vehicles inside the worlds, not just characters, and it's becoming this reality inside a digital space.
Yeah. I actually drive in for one car here, and it's pretty awesome because we have, Somnium is offering like test drives for a very limited period of time. So after that, it will be just owners of those cars will be able to use
Hmm.
them, but no, we get to test drive them, so it's like pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Hopefully, we get to test drive a lot more things.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I know that you're a big fan of lakes and high seas, and you are creating your own collections for that. I don't know if this is a good place to mention it, but maybe just to tease a little.
Well, let's just say that we are going to be able to master the sea soon, hopefully. And yeah, I'm a very big fan of creating NFTs that actually, allow you to do things. So I think the cars and like you mentioned, I'm working on a it's a jack club basically. So we're gonna have boats and different types of sea vessels, And I've seen that there's some works in creating airplanes and those types of
Wow, it's
NFTs. So
cool.
that's gonna be super interesting. I mean, a point I see that there will be a point which where we can use vehicles as we do in real life. If somebody wants to go travel to another territory, they might have to acquire a plane ticket, and then they can use that to get to certain territories which are too far to walk, etc.
Yeah, yeah, and actually, like Insomnium, and I think probably in other metaverses as well. I think soon will be tickets to entering certain parcels, so you can have VIP club, and only people own it, that own a ticket or some membership to that club will be able to enter, maybe for just in general the parcel, but just for some certain VIP events or something like that.
Hopefully, the Jack Club is going to be some similar. We're going to be able to test drive that because only the Jack owners are going to be able to assist on our events and create this kind of VIP area for people that are just in this little club. It just gives it that feel that you are in something very important, and you can have different clubs all around, and it just find something that suits you.
Yeah, so that's like really exciting things in the future. It's quite awesome because like every week we are getting some new features that we can be excited about in Somnium, and I guess it's true for other metaverses as well. I don't know the speed of development there. It's really hard to keep up with everything, but maybe people that are watching can get us feedback on that. What sort of metaverse or different NFTs they like, and what's the progress in those parts.
It's going crazy. As far as I know, all the metaverses are just moving quite forward. There's a couple of them that are actually in the works as well. I've been talking to a couple of people that are creating their own metaverses. And the thing that I would like to see with this whole digital world NFTs is that the creators they find a way to collaborate between each other. I see that, for example, we have Neo's VR and we have Somnium, and if they can find a way to create a bridge between them, that would be, I think that's gonna be the future of the metaverse and the real life NFTs. Just trying to create that, like the internet itself. We're having little hubs now, just like the internet started, little places where people had connections between each other. But at some point, I see this becoming something major and bigger.
Yeah, and actually, what I'm putting here now is Decentraland, different avatars and different
Hmm.
outfits. So I don't want to be
Hmm.
for like that people say, so okay, you guys are pushing just Somnium space. Well, we are, but because, or at least I really like it. But I want to show you also something else because they are a little bit farther in these apparels for avatars, where you can buy for different clothes and you can change them and you can do quite cool stuff with them.
It's also I saw somebody looking to make even fashion. We got fashion NFTs. There's I think last week the a group of artists they created sneakers. They created a line of digital sneakers like shoes, and they sold all the sneakers for like, I don't know, don't remember how much. I might be exaggerating, but sounded like $30,000 or 30 million, something like that. It was
Wow.
either thousand or millions, and then they got like $80 million of funding because of that sell to so they can keep going and making more clothing. And this is digital clothing powered by AR, by augmented reality. So people can only wear the clothes. So it's like social media clothing that doesn't really exist only in the metaverse. That's impressive.
Yeah, and you can see that different companies that are really not too much into clothing in general, like Binance,
Mm-hmm.
for example,
Mm-hmm.
here. Yeah, not affiliated with them. I just found them now, and they are creating apparels for avatars in different games, like Binance hoodies. Well, I don't know. They are just building a brand, right? So you're actually buying their
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
advertisement. Just pretty cool.
Yeah, man. It is. It is. I mean, I'm looking at some creative stuff that's just popping up. It's very creative. I mean, I think I will see a food mint, people minting food for at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
The first minted hamburger, digital hamburger. I don't know. I think that's getting crazy.
Yeah, well, like yesterday we had on exhibitions the guys that was
Hmm.
playing music and so on, and guys are like, okay, cheers, and I pour you some wine and so on, and they had it in like text chat, so it reminds me a little bit like times when we had these text adventures,
Hmm.
and then we progressed with the graphics and possibilities. And yeah, so I can for sure imagine that I will buy NFT glasses for my cafe so people can use them as interactive stuff in the parcel. Why not? It would be pretty cool.
So, for example, VR chat, you can put objects, and you have pickable objects, and I see that moving and translating into other like blockchain type VR social platforms like Summian or voxels and all those the other platforms. It's the ability to be able to carry stuff, and just you can create your own place, collect stuff inside the metaverse, not just post them somewhere, but have this way of being able to interact directly with these NFTs. And the VR is the thing that is allowing us to feel more personal with these digital objects. And there's gloves that allow you to feel when I'm guessing it's kind of vibrations or something, but they are working on things that allow you to feel the digital world in the real world. And this just that thin line in we are literally in the transition between reality and digital reality, and it's just becoming this weird blend.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, it's not just about VR.